This next piece is a really unique piece that we're excited to be performing for you this evening, and we have some student speakers who are going to tell you about the piece, and then each of the movements is based on a poem, and we also have students who are going to be reading the poem. But I mentioned that the only thing I want to say about it is that it's 4 movements. Please hold your applause until the very end of the piece. And we have Devakar and Diana who are going to tell you about the piece.
Located in the Czech Republic, Terezin was a collection center for Jews before they were to be deported to ghettos and killing centers. Prisoners faced harsh, brutal conditions during their stay. These harsh conditions led to the deaths of many before deportation, though deportation would often result in death anyways. In 1930, Terezin housed 7,181 inhabitants, half of whom were military personnel. By 1942, there were 41,552 prisoners. The amount of living space per person at the time was 1.6 square meters. The average work week was from 80 to 100 hours. Children from the age of 14 were subject to labor the same as adults. From 106 to 156 people died every day. Despite harsh conditions, Terezin was unique among concentration camps for the highly developed cultural life it possessed. Outstanding artists, writers, and actors created original works during their stays, maintaining hope for a brighter life in the future. Among those that expressed hope were children, whom some consider the most hopeful of all. A total of 15,000 children under the age of 15 passed through Terezin. Of these, around 100 came back.
This piece, Scenes from Terezin by Jack Stam, is inspired by I Never Saw Another Butterfly, a collection of drawings and poems by children from the Terezin concentration camp from 1942 to 1944. The concentration camp is a labor camp where Jews are taken to. Inside the camp, even the children had to do hard labors. Many of those children died during the process. The poems of the children are amazingly perceptive and poignant. The piece is based on 4 of the poems from the book. The 4 poems are An Evening in Terezin, Home, I Am a Jew, and Birdsong. The 4 movements of this poignant work are bound together by a recurring motive. Generally, the music is not happy or uplifting, but meant to portray a dark time in world history and remind us to pause and be thankful for our freedom.
An Evening Interation by Eva Shoslova, age 12. The sun goes down and everything is silent. Only at the guard's post are heavy footfalls heard. That's the guard who watches his Jews to make sure they don't run away from the ghetto, or that an Aryan aunt or uncle tries to get in. 10 o'clock strikes suddenly, and the windows of Dresden's barracks darken. The women have a lot to talk about. They remember their homes and dinners they made. Then, some of them argue. Others try to quiet them down. Finally, one by one, they grow silent. They toss and turn and, in the end, they fall asleep. How many more evenings will we have to live like this? We do not know. Only God knows. Eva Shoslova, July 20th, 1931 to December 18th, 1943. She died in Auschwitz.
age 11. Home. I look into the wide world, into the wide, distant world. I look to the southeast. I look toward my home. I look toward my home, the city where I was born. City, my city. I will gladly return to you. Franta Boss, September 4th, 1930. He was deported to Terezin, December 2nd, 1941. Died Auschwitz, October 28th, 1944.
I am a Jew by Franta Boss, age 11. I am a Jew and will be a Jew forever. Even if I should die from hunger, never will I submit. I will always fight for my people, on my honor. I will never be ashamed of them. I give my word. I am proud of my people, how dignified they are. Even though I am suppressed, I will always come back to life. Franta Boss.
Birdsong, author unknown. He doesn't know the world at all, who stays in his nest and doesn't go out. He doesn't know what birds know best, nor what I want to sing about, that the world is full of loveliness. When dewdrops sparkle in the grass and earth's aflood with morning light, a blackbird sings upon a bush to greet the dawning after night. Then I know how fine it is to live. Hey, try to open up your heart to beauty. Go to the woods someday and weave a wreath of memory there. If the tears obscure your way, then you'll know how wonderful it is to be alive.